I'm Savvy Mike, and this is Savvy Reviews. And well, this is my official review for the season finale of Invincible. Yes, this was the last episode that we might be getting, who knows, for probably about a year and a half to. Hopefully they don't take a long break and hiatus like they did during season 2 and we get back to this story being told, because I'm locked in on this one. This is what I wanted. This is everything I kind of expected Invincible to do and be when I watched it in the first season. And while the second season was a bit of a half step, the third season ratcheted it all back up, and now this fourth season really showed, yeah, these are the cards, this is the hand we're playing, and it's about to get fucking crazy and real. Now, of course, over here, what I like to do when I review any episode of television, I have to spoil it. So just know, I'm about to break it down the best way I can. Okay, the best way I can. It's not gonna be as clean as it could be, but over here at Savvy Reviews, most of the time when I am reviewing something, it is just my yapathon. So be ready for it. Either way, this episode starts off with me basically going, this animation is clean as fuck. This is honestly some of the best American animation we'll ever see or get, just as far as like money being spent to, like, you see the money. Like, I see the money being spent on this animation, especially in these last 2 episodes. Like, it was all there. All the money was right on the screen. And so it starts off with what it looks like and seems to be like the Viltrumites, or at least the remaining ones, pulling up to Earth and basically getting right to it, wreaking havoc, and getting ready to massacre billions of people. Billions of people. It's this little cool part where all these Viltrumites are flying over the sea, and it basically creates this tidal wave, this huge fucking tidal wave, and it destroys a whole city. I'm telling you, every bit of money towards this animation was on the screen. I wasn't mad at it at all. But then we come to find out that was just a part of something that is a big theme throughout this episode, and it's basically Mark dealing with his type of PTSD. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't after meeting a man like Thrax? I think everybody would have PTSD. And then honestly, who wouldn't after fighting a war, a literal war, and destroying a whole planet and seeing all the destruction and death that you've seen in these past few months after fighting the Viltrumites with the coalition of planets? It got as real as it could. So he has PTSD. All he can think about is what could be happening on Earth. Of course, Omni-Man tells him to relax. Look, we can't do nothing until we get there. We got to get there and see what's going on first before we just, I know you want to hurry up and go save people, but we gotta get there first. And so they're just worried. Robot chick, Iron chick walks in, and then she comes up with a plan, but nobody's listening to her because they're all worried about what could be happening on Earth. And they enter the atmosphere, and then Omni-Man decides, yeah, I wasn't listening to anything you were talking about, chick. This is what we should do. This is what the plan is. Mark is hearing all of it and going, nah, I ain't waiting. I'm leaving now. I gotta go make sure that the Viltrumites didn't pull up, because I think they did. And so he gets there, and as far as he could tell, no Viltrumites are there. Now, before I get to what happens at the end of this episode, I just want to tell you what I was thinking. Most of the time, these videos and these reviews are basically my experience while watching whatever I was watching. And while I was watching this, you know what I thought? I was like, what if they're there, but they're hiding amongst the people, like on some Clark Kent Superman shit? Like they're normal people, but it's fucking Viltrumites. I was like, what if Thrag has a 9-to-5 right now? He's like, he went and got a job, and he's just chilling. Because the puzzles and the pieces that I was putting together in my head was when he opted not to kill Mark and he seen his whole planet destroyed and said to the other Viltrumites, nope, too many of us has died, killing him won't make it any better, and he lets him go. My thought process was, yeah, he's about to go pull the fucking, he's about to go to Earth, and no, he's not about to wreck shop, he's not about to kill shit. He's seen Mark and went, this kid is strong as shit. Omni-Man made this kid on Earth. Interesting. How about we go to Earth? We're about 40. We're almost extinct. How about we go to Earth and we make a whole bunch of Viltrumite babies? We got a whole bunch of Invincibles running around. And yeah. So we come to find out by the end of the episode what happens, but we're not there yet. Either way, that's what was going through my head though. So when it happened at the end of the episode, I was like, see, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Regardless of it, Mark pulls up, Omni-Man pulls up, Robot Chick pulls up. They're like, clearly they're not here. So Mark goes to see Debbie, tells her about Oliver and what's going on with him. And like I said, he's experiencing some type of hallucination type PTSD. Because every time he gets to talking to somebody, Thrag pulls up. It's just killing them in glorious type ways. And then he kind of snaps out of it. And so the whole time during the episode, you kind of realize that they were going to do this until the moment that he was actually there. And it was just like, oh, it's not PTSD anymore. He's right there. So you kind of caught the gist of it. While this wasn't the best episode, the best episode was the penultimate episode. It was the last episode we watched. That was the best episode of the season. But this was still good as far as character development goes and as far as the ramifications of all of that just happened. So I still did enjoy it. I'm still going to give it a peek, honestly. I'll give you my official rating for the season at the end of this review. But yeah, I'm still on peak board with Invincible. But regardless of it, Mark is, of course, catching up with everybody. He, at some point, catches up with Eve. At some point, he catches up with Cecil. And, of course, Omni-Man is on Earth again as well. And so Omni-Man's around, and Omni-Man and Cecil have a pretty cool conversation. I'm not going to lie. They talk for the first time. And basically, you know, I seen some criticisms was like, oh, Omni-Man he thinks he could just come to Earth after all, like he think he should just get forgiveness just because he's changed after all the shit he did on Earth. And while I agree with you, I don't get why what can anybody do to him? Like, who gonna stop him? You? Me? The only person that can is probably Mark. He probably not doing nothing to him because he's, I guess, finding a way to forgive him too. And you can clearly see that Omni-Man's on this second chance path. And so, regardless of it, I like the fact that you have Debbie and Cecil, although by the end of this episode, she does end up going with Omni-Man to see Oliver. In a talk that she had with Paul basically told her, hey, you're much as a part of that story, that superhero stuff that they're doing, as much as any of them. So you should, of course, keep yourself involved and participating. If you want to go see Oliver, you have every right to. That's your son. So pretty good conversations in this amongst the characters. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, while it wasn't the action-packed episode that we just had, it was definitely a lot of great character development that was happening, and so I really enjoyed it. I did. And then, of course, you have Mark and Eve. Like I said, they catch back up. And like I was saying, too, I'm just glad Cecil and Debbie are there to kind of check Omni-Man. Like, yeah, you might want forgiveness, but, nigga, we ain't forgot that you put Mark's head through a fucking subway and killed all those people. we haven't forgot. So as long as you got somebody like Cecil and Debbie there to kind of check them, like, okay, yeah, you might be trying to get a second chance, and we'll see how that works. But until, like, this is completely over and the Viltrumites are fucking extinct, then, well, you gotta keep showing and proving. And honestly, I get Omni-Man is like, he's kind of fighting back with it too. I get he's Omni-Man. I mean, look, Cecil, you're not just gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Regardless of it, it does seem like he kind of understands why everybody feels how they feel and the ramifications of it, and he's dealing with it. So as long as that still keeps happening and that still keeps developing, I think it's on the right track. Either way, hopefully at some point people can at least forgive Omni-Man, but not fucking forget. We're not forgetting. And yeah, he can't stay on Earth. Sorry. Also in this episode, Alan has a bit of a spat with the Coalition of Planets. They're mad that they don't know where the Viltrumites are. They're telling Alan to figure it out. Like, go find them fuckers now. And Alan just has to, stand up to him and be like, look, that ain't easy. We're doing the best we can. If y'all want to help some more, you feel free to. Soon as you know something, tell me. Like, just would let them know, look, it's only 30 of them and they span the fucking galaxy. So it's not that easy to just pinpoint them. There they are. So either way, we get that. We get a moment of Alan have to show he's a leader and whatnot. And yeah, Eve tells Mark that she's pregnant, and Mark deals with that. And he's kind of upset at himself that he let himself leave her alone while she was dealing with being pregnant. And so he's dealing with that, also dealing with his PTSD. But I think I said everything that didn't happen. I'm looking at my notes. Maybe not. That's about everything. Yeah, Paul encourages Debbie. Eve tell Mark. Debbie insists she go with Omni-Man. I told y'all to see Oliver. Mark still can't deal with the stress of Eve being pregnant, so she tells him to go fly off. Yep, this is where we're at. And so he goes for a little flight. He goes to fucking clear his mind because he keeps having these PTSD episodes, and now he has to deal with the stress of his girl being pregnant, and Thrag is still fucking out there. Like, we didn't take care of the problem. And he even has a moment with Eve, and he goes, yeah, it is kind of like, if he chooses to come back, what am I going to do? What are we going to do? He destroys everything if he wants to. And of course, he knows that. So Mark flies off, and he's flying. He's enjoying the flight mode. Oh, how it is to be a superhero and can just fly to clear your mind. And as he's flying, he sees Thrag. Now, the way it was shot, it was meant to felt like it might be another moment of PTSD. But as soon as he went to punch him, and he actually punched something, it didn't do nothing. That moment I knew, I was like, oh no, that's him. This is actually Thrag. And we were at the end of the episode by this point, so I was like, okay, this makes all the sense in the world. And I kind of like how they did it. While I would have liked more Thrag in this episode, especially it's like seeing Thrag in the last episode and kind of how they did his origin story and all the character development with him and whatnot. So seeing the climax of all that in the penultimate, it's like hitting crack. It's like hitting crack, and now I'm itching. I'm like, I want more Thrag. Get him at the end of the episode. While you get him in little moments here and there, you only get him at the end of the episode. But regardless of it, he shows up. And he gives Mark a proposition. He's like, look, Mark, you can keep trying to fight me and defeat me and beat me. You and I know how that's going to go. It's not going to go in your favor at all. So here's what I suggest. And Thrag has a few suggestions. He's like, look, we can do this. I could kill you. Go down there, kill everyone you love. Blow up the planet. Do whatever. Well, not blow up the planet. Nah, he wants to keep the planet. But like kill and slaughter every human being on it until the subservient ones, we keep a little pets around. We'll like us a little pet human. We'll keep us a little pet human around. We'll keep some pet humans. That's how Thrag was talking. So I can go down there and do that. Or you can let the remaining Viltrumites that are remaining live amongst your people as they already are at the moment, because they are already down there. And we get moments of seeing Lucien and the Viltrumite with the little thing. He's smoking a cigarette, getting ready to pipes. He getting ready. He already on go. The nigga was like, oh, we ain't killing no more. We fucking. Bang. But he got straight to it when it found him a nice little snow bunny. So we're seeing pictures and they're basically dressed in plain clothes, hiding in plain sight, like I knew and thought in the beginning of this episode. And Thrag says, look, we could live amongst your people. We can have our babies. That's the best. Like, I'm Grand Regent to ensure the continuance of our race. Like, that's the reason I am who I am, to make sure that Viltrumites continue to reign supreme in the galaxy for the rest of eternity. That's why Thrag is Grand Regent. So as Grand Regent, what's the point in destroying everything? You don't have a planet no more. It was destroyed by Omni-Man and Mark. And yeah, your best revenge is to take their planet. And it's just like, look, he offered them a peace deal, if anything. Like, this is as peace deal as it gets. Look, we just go down there, fuck on some humans, make some more babies, and yeah, our race continues amongst your people, and you'll never have to see from me again. But if they get touched, if y'all start fucking with them, if y'all start trying to get rid of any Viltrumites, I'm pulling back up. Like, I'm pulling back up, and billions of people will die. Period. no negotiations, none of that. So, we live in compromise or you all die. And so Mark is sat with this choice, and of course he has to choose, because one, he is at the moment the strongest person on the planet, because Omni-Man just left. So who else? He talked to diplomats and the president about this. For what? It was on Mark. It's on Mark to choose. And Thrag says, look, you got two options. Choose wisely. And Mark thinks about it. He says no at first. He says, no, why would I let you do that? Why would I let y'all live amongst us? But then he continues to think about it. And think about it more. And realizing that, one, he's not strong enough or powerful enough to defeat Thrag. At the end of the day, if he says, no, you can't do it, that's it. Everyone dies. It's a wrap. Like, while Omni-Man and Coalition of Planets can pull up and try to stop him, it's Thrag. At the end of the day, while you might be able to figure out to kill the rest of the Viltrumites, how are you going to kill that one? That is the big question. So, if I was Mark, I would think of it like this. I would be like, hey, look, let him stay. Let him fuck, right? But we got about 4 months. We got about 4 or 5 months. We need to figure out a way to fucking kill Thrag and kill the rest of these Viltrumites in this time frame. Because once these babies start getting born, it's a wrap. Now we could train the babies to be like Mark and Oliver, be good Viltrumites, not the bad ones. We could try and figure that out, but I wouldn't test it. I wouldn't go, maybe. No. So if I'm Mark, I'm taking this time out to reach out to the Coalition Planets, let them know what's happening, let them know what the plan is before they get irrational and go, oh no, go get them, go get all of them. Like, nigga, did y'all not see what Thrag did to Omni-Man and me? He had us dead, and if we're dead, y'all are fucked. Y'all aren't killing him. We need to take this time out to come up with some more strategies, take some more of that venom out of whatever that insect that was that make the Viltrumites weak. Take some more venom out of them, like get that going, and figure it out. And well, like we found out in the end credits of this, Alan has a plan B if need be. Now, while that will kill Mark, Oliver, and any other Viltrumite that is a Viltrumite, the red button might have to be pushed at some point, right? Because how the fuck do you deal with Thrag? I don't know. But we shall see. Either way, no more Invincible until, I guess, a year and a half from now. This completely brought me back to the feelings that I had while watching it during season 1, anticipating it every week and wanting to look at it. So I am grateful for the team here for making a really good season this season. Season 4 of Invincible was indeed peak, and I'm gonna give it a rating of 5 out of 5 salves. Yes, a perfect season of television, in my opinion. One that starts off well and one has a few missteps. There was some points where I was getting tired of the redundant villains. We have to keep dealing with these Sequits and these fucking invader aliens. Like, what are we doing? But regardless of it, outside of that, really, I love the character development. I love the story they told. I love the villains that were introduced. It indeed felt like a space war, basically. Some might call it Star Wars. No? Okay. Bad joke, I guess. But regardless of it, by the last 3-4 episodes, it was peeking out of his mind, and I was enjoying every single minute of what I was watching. The animation was clean, the voice acting was on point. Of course, shout out to J.K. Simmons, Stephen Wynn, and Lee Pace's Thrag. Now, while I have a sneaky suspicion, because Robert Kirkman is out there saying he always hits up Bryan Cranston to be in this show, to play a role or something, I have a sneaky suspicion that he wanted Bryan Cranston to be Thrag, and honestly, that wouldn't have been bad. I am loving what Lee Pace is doing with this. He definitely sounds like a Grand Regent in how he speaks and how he talks and how menacing he is. I think Lee Pace is doing an amazing job voice acting Thrag. So regardless of it, 5 out of 5 salves from me. Really enjoyable season. If you want to know how I rank the other Invincible seasons, then let me just do that for you really quickly. Season 1, 5 out of 5. Season 2, 3 out of 5 salves. Season 4, I will give a 4 out of 5 salves. And Oh wait, season 3 I would give a 4 out of 5 sass, and season 4, of course, back to its glory in the 5 out of 5 sass. Let me know what you think about Invincible this season, this episode, in the comments below. As always, I'm Savvy Mike, and this is Savvy Reviews. Peace.